I moved to Colorado Springs, and that's a really bad journey for me. My health declined because I got something called Epstein-Barr virus. We all have it, but I got a really bad flare-up, and I had no idea what was going on. So it just went downhill from there for several years. I went to a lot of functional medicine, medical doctors, and they gave me, I was on a lot of supplements, like around $400 worth a month. I felt better for a little bit, probably for about a year, and then about 2 years ago, I started feeling really bad again. On top of that, I got chronic pancreatitis. It was so bad. I mean, I've had 5 babies, y'all, and that was bad. You know, that was about the worst pain I've ever felt. So I got about 10 episodes of chronic of pancreatitis, realized that my pancreas was actually needed to go. So I got surgery and I went septic. So 2 years ago, I almost died. And when I came out of that, I knew, I was like, I got a second chance at life. And so I wanted to do something good. You know, I wanted to change my lifestyle and all that stuff. But, you know, we talk about the power of self-control, and honestly, I don't have it very well. And so if you're depending on self-control, it's just hard. It's so hard when Christmas comes around, and you just have those cookies and the cake. So it was really hard. And so I started packing on the pounds again, and I just felt really bad. And then my Epstein-Barr came back. My flare-ups came back really badly. So I had fevers all the time. I don't know if you're familiar with that, but it's a form of mono, obese kind of thing. And so you feel exhausted all the time. And let alone, I have 5 children. I homeschool them. And so I'm exhausted. And I'm going through a certain period of my life. I know I look 30, but I'm actually almost 52. Next week. So, and I didn't take MOA, but I really should. Then I'll look like I'm 12. So I started going through my changes, and you know, I just felt miserable. And so I was also getting my belly fat, you know, all the things. And then the big news came. I went to the doctor because I was really insomniac. I wasn't sleeping for several years, probably about 4 years, but it was getting severe to the point that I was almost going delirious, and I couldn't, you know, shake it. Really bad pain in I had so many issues. So I went to the doctor. This was in May, and they said, okay, let's do this lab draw up, and I had all sorts of things going on. But what they found was that due to my pancreas being taken out, and also, you know, it kind of runs in my family, I became diabetic. So that was a little bit devastating for me because I really didn't want to take medicines. They're like, you might have to go on meds and all that. And then on top of that, I got really high cholesterol, like very unusually high cholesterol. And so they definitely were pushing the meds. And I said, oh, hell no. So I said, you know what, just give me 3 months because I'm going to do my very best to change my diet and do what I need to do that I think I need to do. I know that I can go on a low glycemic diet, and I'm gonna make the changes. And then in 3 months, if I come back and you do my lab work and I'm not better, then, you know, let's talk about more serious means. So I started doing that, and then I didn't feel that much better. I started losing some weight, but I didn't feel better. I was so extremely stressed. I was really tired. I was very moody. So I saw little Miss Tammy, fabulous Miss Tammy, going, I'm kicking menopause or whatever it was, you know, midlife crisis or whatever you're going through to the curb, and, you know, I just feel so fabulous. And I was like, you already look fabulous, so, you know, I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, so I kept seeing her posts and all that. So about 3 months in, I would say about June or July, I thought, you know what, I think I'm going to take it because she was talking about the diabetes. It wasn't just the skinny thing. It was the diabetes and the moods, and I wanted to feel better. So I called her up. I want to take this, you know, let's just give this a try. Within 2 weeks, I was noticing changes. I was feeling something that I didn't feel for a very long time, and that was cheerful. I was feeling so cheerful. And even my family noticed it. And then about 3 weeks in, I was like, Tammy, I think it's changing me. I think it's helping me, but I'm not really 100% sure. So I think I'm going to go on a 3 month. I'm going to do this for 3 months. And so give it to me. What do I do to get it more? So she, you know, sold me she's my dealer, my drugs dealer. Y'all know. So, you know, I took it, and oh my gosh, like the energy, So I started working out, I started exercising. I never exercised. I'm a gun girl, but that's all I do. Yeah. Okay, anyway. Okay, cool. And so I started feeling the energy, so I started working out a little bit, and then a little bit more. I mean, we're talking, I started 15 minutes. It is up to, I don't know, a couple hours now, a little bit, loving it, and I went for walks, and then even my husband was noticing that there was a huge change. So I became a brand partner because I thought, okay, I'm going to keep going on this for a while because I think my changes are going to take a while. I realized that I'm losing weight. I was losing about half a pound a day, and that was unusual. And so I lost 25 pounds in 6 weeks. And thank you. And really, people were noticing. Everybody was noticing. I had so much more energy. I was so enthusiastic about things. I'm pretty typical Asian, not Bijan, Asian up here, right? So I'm always doing a lot. I have 2 other businesses, by the way, and I homeschool full time. So I noticed this. People were noticing. And then I started talking about it. They're like, oh, how do I get these skinny drops? And I'm like, I don't know, go ask Tammy. And she's like, girl, you gotta do this, that, and the other. And then so finally in December, I said, you know what, I think I'm ready to post something about what I'm using, and I posted, Tammy did the right thing, and she said, come over to my house, and I will show you the boards. And she showed me the boards, and I did all this, and she showed me, all these different levels, and I was like, I want this ultimate, whatever this is, I'm Asian, not Bijan. I want ultimate, okay, so whatever it takes. I ordered the 10 boxes, I was scared, I sent her a text, I was like, this is a big investment for me, I don't have the money. So I ordered that, and I held off a little bit, held it off, and then finally, December 27th, I decided to make a post. And I was like, this is funny because I was shopping, and then my kids wanted to go play video games, so I let them go play. And I sat down and I wrote this really quick post, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna do it. Boom, right? And then my phone blew up, big time blew up. When I checked my phone, by 24 hours, I had sold 50 drops. Wow. Within 2 days, 48 hours, I sold about 80. And I'm at almost 200 right now. And it's not 90 days, it's 59. 59 days, Brett. So, yes, and I just gonna check. Okay. So the other day, I went back to the doctor for my checkup, and I have to say that I am not diabetic anymore. And on top of that, she asked me, what are you doing about what are you doing with cholesterol? Because your numbers have completely flipped. And your cholesterol is incredible. So it's not just that. I realized I haven't had an Epstein-Barr flare-up in months. Maybe since the summer. I have no idea when. So anyways, all that to say, thank you, Tammy, for being faithful to show me the boards, because I would not have been able to answer over 200 inquiries in 48 hours. And that's what you need to do, is stick with the boards. And I just wanted to show you on my phone. Okay.